Hello YouTube. With Christmas fast approaching, it's nearly time to get the Christmas lights out. Well, these are battery powered Christmas lights that I've made, which don't have the normal problem that battery Christmas lights do, which is where the batteries don't last very long. Because what this does is with a motion sensor, when there's no one in the room and when it's daytime, it turns the lights off. So right now I'm standing in front of it. It's quite dark in this room even though the lights are on, and the lights are on. So if it turns to daytime or I stop moving, it will turn off. I'm going to show you some footage of me making this and what's inside here. So inside you've got a little motion sensor, you've got a MOSFET, and you've got some batteries. So I'll put that together now. The circuit that we have is we have a PIR sensor. And there are 3 pins on the PIR sensor. You've got your 5 volts, your ground, and your signal. So this will go off to our 5 volt line, to a 0 volt line, and then our signal pin, we shall stick in here a MOSFET. The ground, the other side of the MOSFET, we'll put in some balance resistors for our load of LEDs, because you need some current limiter on the LEDs, and then we shall put our string of LEDs. So I've only drawn the one here, but there will be many more LEDs along it. And then in here we just have our battery pack with 4 AA batteries. That's a really bad drawing, but you get the idea. So 4 AA batteries gives us a total of 6 volts. So these PI sensors have got voltage regulation in them already, so that'll be fine on that. And that's pretty much all it is. It's very simple. This time adjustment and sensitive adjustment are on the PIR sensor itself of 2 variable resistors, and we also add in an LDR into the PIR sensor, so it's light sensitive. So I've got myself a cheap box. This one cost about 70p. I cut a hole in it, or 2 holes in it, one for the PIR sensor and one for the cable that's going to come out. And we can open up the box. We have enough room in there to fit all of our electronic goodness. Hey! So this is the prototype arrangement on a breadboard. I've got a stack of batteries, 4 AAs. I've got a PIR sensor, and that's wired to the power rails, the MOSFET, that is the switch that turns the lights on and off, and some dropper resistors for the current protection on the LEDs. And then we have a string of LEDs along here. All good. So these little PIR modules that you can buy on eBay, you take the front of them, you will see there's solder joint pads here where you can fit an LDR, and that LDR will mean that it will be light sensitive, so it will only work when it's dark. And here's one I've done earlier. So you see I've soldered on an LDR, or a light dependent resistor, down in them pads, and this motion sensor will now only trigger when it's dark. So the first thing I'll do is solder on an LDR. Got one here, little LDR, put it in there, solder it up, and then we'll go back and put all the rest in the box I made earlier. So here we are looking at the current consumption of this circuit, and with the LEDs off, with the LEDs on, we're drawing 1.7 milliamps. The LEDs off, we're drawing 70 microamps. So this circuit will last forever on a set of batteries. I did do some calculations earlier, and I worked out on a standard set of batteries it will last about 3 years. So yeah, that's the cable threaded through the hole, and then resistors in line with the LEDs being fitted here in a bit of heat shrink, and I've tapped on some wires onto the power, signal and ground lines. A little bit of hot glue to hold the sensor in place, keeping it facing upwards so that you can get to the pots. So you've got the sensitivity there, time adjust there, then you've got the retriggerable modes jumper down there. So as long as you can get to them, you're good. There you go, it's all wired up now. So it's a really simple circuit. You've got your battery wired here, going off to your sensor and the negative of the lights. Then you've got the positive on the sensor, and then going off to the MOSFET, which is controlling the turning on and off of the lights. So what I'll do is stick MOSFET somewhere, put the batteries in the box, put a lid on it, and it's all finished.